Father Miller here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Nerd
Hello.
Father. Happy to have with us again the
Father Miller
Rabbi.
here.
So, I was just explaining to the Rabbi before we went live that I just finished season 8 of Red Dwarf.
Oh, we have to
And
talk about Red Dwarf in detail. Now, let me ask you: on BritBox, do they have the document, the making ofs, the
I
stuff on the
haven't got that
Blu-ray?
far.
Okay, if you don't, I will share them with you. They are brilliant. I mean, the one of the reasons Red Dwarf is, I think, as beloved as it is because they was one of the first things that generated a real close, intimate rapport with its audience. So on the on the DVDs, now the Blu-rays, they have these incredible. Firstly, each episode has very good commentaries, and they just get the whole gang in together, right? And also they have these documentaries about making them, which are just fantastic. I mean, just you. I feel I'm very intimately connected to Red Dwarf just by purchasing it. So you're up to season 8, which
I just finished season 8.
Season 8 is the prison one, right?
Yes.
I like that one. I did like that one. I like the one that had a 3-part opening. That was the one where it did the best in the UK. That's the one where they had the most money.
Huh. Well, I just ended up ordering a Mr. Flipple or Flipper, whatever shirt yesterday.
Mr. Fribble. Was it Flibble?
Mr. Fribble is very
angry.
cross. Very cross.
It's very good. Did you notice that every episode of Red Dwarf ends up as an episode of Star Trek Next Generation?
No.
It virtually like each episode ends up as an episode the next year. Like, was it Camille? Remember the one where the Crichton falls in love with another mechanoid and turns out to be a big blob?
Oh, I'd have to look back. Like I said, I've been watching them all in a row.
Yeah,
so
they do. Well, I mean, the good thing is that there's mostly 6 a season, so you can you get through them pretty quickly. But,
yeah.
But again, and also is that the first season is so grey and empty, right? It's like
right.
So what they did between seasons 1 and firstly they said, listen, we need more color. We need more color. So in the background around episode 3, there's a little red like tape deck they put in, and that's it. So between season 1 and season 2, they went to a like a dollar shop, a pound shop, and they just spent like a couple £100 buying a bunch of stuff, and so that's why there's all this stuff everywhere in the second season, but not the first.
Yeah, I like I said, I just was explaining when I first saw Red Dwarf a while ago, and I'm getting a call, but I'm gonna let it go.
I thought that was me.
No, that's mine. Let me just send him a quick text.
No problem.
But the one I really laughed hard at was the Kennedy one.
Oh, right.
Where they go, Kennedy has to. I don't want to spoil it.
Himself.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's see that was the one where it was originally written by 2 people, Doug Naylor and Grant, I think. Grant Naylor, yeah, Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, and then Rob Grant left at the end of season 5. He basically had a bit of a nervous breakdown, I think.
What character was that?
No, one half of the creators. It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Doug Grant.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was really sad to see Chris Berry leave after 6, was it, or 7?
It was after 6. It was in 6. He left like halfway through. So you see that. See, after 6 is when it kind of fell apart for a few years, I think.
I would agree. I mean, 7 was.
Yeah, the new Kachowski didn't really work, and the writing wasn't as good because it was basically Doug Naylor took complete control of it, and like you could see him really missing his partner, Rob Grant. So okay. So you're up to you just finished season 8. So the next one is Back to Earth.
Back to Earth.
Yeah, so that's the one they filmed without a studio audience, and it's painful. It's really hard without a studio audience.
It looks like, I mean, the video quality looks like a movie.
Yeah, no, that's what they wanted to. They wanted to. Well, they were supposed to be a movie. After season 8, right? They were going to do a movie, and then do season 10. That never happened. I think one of them they were going to have Lister, who was an atheist, go back to the dawn of time and create the Big Bang using a pair of jump leads from Starbug. So the ultimate atheist ended up being the creator of the universe.
Nice. Nice. Anyway, for those watching, I have to say hi to a few people at least.
Oh, yeah.
See, Derek is here. Good to see you again as well. We got... I don't know if I want to try to pronounce it because I'll mispronounce it.
Chris Santh? Yeah, I think Chris Santh.
But we got Snartapoopus here. Good to see you again.
Hello,
humans. Yes, hello, humans. And then, let's see. Soul is here. Good to see you. The goodies I've not heard of.
Oh, the goodies? Oh, you would actually really like the goodies.
And just another red shirt. Just to let you know, I'm going to be... So I let some of the people know that I'm starting a pre-Friday Night Tights stream. Just for those that are kind of like the members to hang out and just talk before the thing goes live. And I'm calling it Friday Afternoon Stretch. I figured Friday Night Tights is preceded by Friday Night or Friday Afternoon Stretch. Anyway,
the only thing about keeping Sabbath that I find a bit irksome is I can't do Friday night. I can't watch or do Friday Night Tights because it always looks so much fun, and I never have time to watch like the full 4 hours.
Well, I'm lucky if I make it through the whole thing too.
Right. I mean, but especially you can do it while it's on if you're like part of the, you're in the chat and everything. But like afterwards, as a replay, it's basically impossible.
Well, that's the thing. Going back to Gary, it was fun when I first started following him because it was one of the things that was nice about having a small channel is you got to really have your comments read without having to send a super chat.
Oh yeah, well, those days are gone.
Those days are long gone.
Those days are
and
long
I'm happy.
gone.
I'm very happy for Gary. I mean, I'm happy.
Me too.
I mean, the thing that's been nice about this is it's been bringing a lot of us together.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed the people I've been able to get to know through this.
Well, I mean, look, I started my channel because of Gary. I think you probably started yours because of him too, right?
Well, part of it. I mean, I was going to, like I said, I'd been teaching and I kind of been missing the classroom, so I figured I'd start doing some videos on the faith, and it just grew into this.
Okay. Well, you should do some like regular teaching stuff on.
I have. I've done some videos on sacraments. I've did a video about a year ago of this priest that killed his pastor because he got upset with him.
Okay.
That was 1912.
Okay, what was it? You have to back up for a second. Is a pastor above or below the priest? I don't know the hierarchy.
I'm sorry. Okay, so pastor is a title for a priest that's the head of a parish.
Okay.
An assistant pastor is the assistant.
Right.
Who's still a priest.
Okay, so the assistant killed the... Wow, that's some bad blood. Okay, tell me more. This is a great... Like, what happened?
It's been a year since I did it. I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Wow.
But I made a video on it.
Okay, well, I guess I have to go back and watch the video now.
Yeah, but I was just going to mention, so on the screen is my ranking of British comedies of what I've seen so far. The ones in yellow are the ones that I own the box set of.
Okay. Let me go through them. The IT Crowd, I got to bloody watch. It's one of the ones I haven't seen.
Let me see if I can,
it's on Netflix. It's just waiting there for me to watch.
Let me see if I can find the, okay, I'm going to bring up a clip. Let's see. Okay, and the thing is, I'm at this point where I'm not monetized, so if it gets struck down for copyright, then so be it.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's kind of the advantage of them demonetizing my channel. I'm like, well, okay, then I guess I don't have to worry about that.
Okay, I don't remember how I first came across this, but I loved it. This has Matt Berry in it. This would be the second season.
of the eulogy is a duty normally left to the eldest child. But as you all know, Denham's son Douglas mysteriously disappeared after a lengthy court case 7 years ago. Let me start by reading this poem that I saw in the film 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Stop all the clocks.
Wow, he's young.
Unhappy priest!
My favorite
your
quote.
God? Where is your God now? Here lies a great man. A great man! Father!
I'm missing nothing.
Just the start of Derek's eulogy. You stink.
I just smoked a cigarette from the drain.
Well, who's this? Hi, I'm Douglas.
Jen Barber?
That's a beautiful second name. What are you doing after the funeral, Jen?
Douglas, speak, priest!
Anyway,
You should get the think about. So if you like Matt Berry, there's a really funny show called What We Do in the Shadows. It was a movie. It was by what's his name, Taika Waititi, the guy
Oh,
who did.
okay.
And it's kind of like a spoof documentary about vampires. And so you got one vampire who's like from the Middle East, from like the 14th century or something. And what Matt Berry and I can't remember is a married couple vampire. If you have FX, it's on that. If you have
just looking
Hulu,
it up right now.
totally there.
Okay, it's on. Well, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a new one.
Yeah.
Okay. 2014 or 2019. It says.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Well, 2014
Yeah.
was probably the movie,
Yeah,
and
that's-
then in the
So-
movie. So I think in was it towards I think the 7th episode or something, they have every big famous movie vampire that you can remember. There was like Blade was in it. One from True Blood, but So they have Paul Rubens in it as a vampire as well from Buffy. Absolutely. Okay,
I gotta answer Jeff.
I hate all these. Every one of those choices, I have never made absolutely fabulous. I've watched and I never laughed during it. It's not my sense of humor. Equally, Vicar Dibley, I never liked it, and I can't stand it now that she preached on the Christmas special about taking the knee. Dinner Ladies is the best of the bunch out there, and The Thin Blue Line is a very, very, very traditional cop sitcom written by Ben Elton, who I was a little bit sad that he used to be like the radical young comic, and this was so traditional, right? It was just so traditional. So yeah, sorry, Jeff. You and I, we have different tastes. We have different tastes in comedy. What can I say?
Well, I gotta say, I do love Rowan Atkinson. I love Bean. I think that was probably the first box set that I bought, and that would have been probably 15 years ago. But I've been wanting to watch The Thin Blue Line, but again, I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff out there. What can you do?
Let's see. I think somebody was asking why Monty Python's not number one. I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to say which is my favorite comedy of all time. The first 10 are ones I just pretty much got hooked on the first time I've ever seen it.
Right. I just watched
The New Statesman and The British Empire for the first time.
Oh, I love The New Statesman. Oh my god.
I can't believe I had never heard of that.
That was from a really great era of comedy though. That late '80s, early '90s. That was New Statesman was fantastic.
Well, I got my classmate hooked on it too because I sent him the clip where they're leaving Mussolini's, and he's with the disabled war vet. He kicks the crutch.
Yeah, come on. Can you spare something for the Falklands War? It was something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I made
Remember
a
the
fortune.
Falcons?
Yeah, remember the Falklands? Yes, I made a fortune. And he kicks the crutch out from underneath him. Yeah, that was was it Rick Mail and Ben Elton was who wrote the Thin Blue Line? Was that he was in the group that he came in with? The Young Ones. Rick Mail. It was like Rick Mail from the Young Ones.
Yeah, the Young Ones. I enjoyed it, but as you can see, it's not on the top of my list.
It was like it was the first of the youth comedies. It was like it really like beforehand you had like everything was very 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 traditional, and this was the first one made for like students, like younger people, and that's why they had a music interlude in each episode because they couldn't get their head around doing something for the youth crowd without having music in it.
I gotta say, Chris P, I'm aware of the thick of it. In the Loop, I have In the Loop on DVD. It was okay.
Yeah, nowhere near as good the thick of it.
It's not. I probably shouldn't have my collar on when I'm watching it, but
most of these ones. I mean, New Statesman's very dirty.
No, there's not the profanity in it. There's not the profanity in it. Like, well,
there are lots of deeply like inappropriate.
There's immodesty in it.
Yeah, there's lots.
There's a lot of immodesty in it. But you'll like this then.
Oh, well, there you go, Jeff. Now we're agreeing. I'm just confused. You just like everything.
But yeah, I really was hoping Capaldi, as I probably mentioned, I was hoping he'd kind of bring that attitude into the Doctor and kind of tell the Daleks to do something that Malcolm Tucker would say.
He did kinda. Especially that first thing, yeah. That was certainly him. So, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, so, like, this is like the quiet time for the church, right? There's nothing like really going on now.
I mean, it's still the Easter season,
right? But like as a working priest, what does your week look like this week?
Basically during the week, as I was saying, I have time because we're small parishes. As I was saying to somebody, I haven't had a true marriage prep in probably 5 years.
What's a marriage prep?
Well, it's when a couple's getting ready to be married. They have to come to the priest to go through the process of getting married. One of the things they first do is take what's called the focus test, which is the compatibility to see if there's any what we would call red flags.
Right.
He wants kids. She never wants kids. That would be a red flag.
Right. Yeah.
So usually then they meet with the priest. Maybe, I don't know. It depends on how many issues come up or things that need to be discussed. Then idea, if I remember correctly, we have to do a talk on a review of the faith, which is good if one of the couples is not Catholic.
Right.
You have to do the sex and family talk. And then marriage as a sacrament, I believe.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of... You can pass on this question, but what is the sex and marriage talk?
Well, it's basically, talking about what the church... how the church views as sex, why we're against contraception, why it's a sin. I mean, it's been 5 years, so I don't remember the whole talk.
Oh, don't. Okay, right. Yeah, so we got something similar. We have all these like there's a lot of very intense marital laws. Like generally speaking, religious Jewish couples they have to separate for about 10 days to 2 weeks out every month. Really? Based around the wife's menstrual cycle.
Oh, okay.
So the disadvantage is, it's you're separated for 2 minutes, but it's also good
So
to.
where do they go then?
Sorry,
Where do they
You
go
have
then?
a bed. Like most religious couples have like either a double bed that unzips into two, or they have like
Okay. So it's not out of the same house then.
No. They have to,
Okay.
It's not that much separated, but there
Okay,
are.
well, when you
yeah,
said
but there are.
separated, it's like, okay, they don't see. I was thinking they don't see each other.
No. They don't touch each other. But there's
Okay.
like there's so many laws about that. So you have to learn these laws when you getting married, when you're engaged. So I in my was it rabbinical seminary was it? Somebody sent me a picture of that the other of me in there. I'll try and find it for next week.
I'm gonna grab
So-
my book. I'm gonna listen. Keep talking.
Right. So so when I did these classes, it was with this with this guy. He has 13 children, like the sweetest, oldest. He must have been like, I don't know, heading towards his 80s. It was like this really sweet little old man had 13 kids. Was this insane genius in biblical knowledge. And his job was doing this and teaching like the remedial classes. But there's all these complex laws that you have to learn. And like 20 years later, you never remember them. you're like, what do we have to do? Was that code of canon
Canon
law?
law. This is the law of the church.
Okay. Oh,
and there's-
no, random law. I'm intrigued.
Okay, Canon 943. The minister of exposition of the Most Blessed Sacrament and of Eucharistic benediction is a priest and deacon. In special circumstances, the minister of exposition and reposition alone, without benediction, is the acolyte extraordinary minister of Holy Communion, or someone else designated by the local ordinary, basically bishop. The precepts of the diocesan bishop are to be observed.
Okay.
So this is under the category for the sacraments.
Okay, that book needs to be rewritten for
Well, I'm out of focus for some reason. No, what we have in the church is a thing called canon lawyers. So
Right.
they are usually priests or people that go off to study the law, and they are trained in the law. So I mean, it's basically a church lawyer.
Okay. Yeah. No, there's a lot. Yeah, I used to be on the Jewish court for divorce when I lived in Miami.
It sounds like our annulment tribunal.
Sort of. I don't know. It's like if you get a secular divorce, most of those include getting a religious divorce as well. So it's called a get, because you can't get remarried in. It's interesting actually. You need an Orthodox get, an Orthodox divorce. So a reform or a conservative rabbi would remarry. Everybody needs the Orthodox divorce before they would remarry you, which is really weird. I'm like, well, why don't you go with your divorce? Shouldn't that do the trick? Because if you don't have that, then the woman is still married, like technically speaking, and any children she has and then she goes and gets married, right? And then any children she has are called mamzerim, which are
I think I know the
roughly
term.
not as bastards, but not quite.
Well, if we were monetized, we'd probably be demonetized right now.
Well, I figured I'm using it in the correct sense.
That's the worst word I'm going to hear today. I'm watching Friday Night Tights tonight. That's probably the least offensive word I'm going to hear all day.
Yeah, I would imagine. It was good that you didn't tune into my stream. Was it on Tuesday?
Oh dear.
I had was it a cosplayer on. Oh my god! It was so much work to just keep looking at her. Right, she really wasn't wearing much from her neck down.
Oh, no.
I was like, yeah. And so I was going through her campaign, and like a lot of it is, most of it is very salacious. But there's some stuff that was, well, it was covered over, but it was still topless or whatever. And I'm talking to her and said, look, do you mind if I scroll past that? Because I'm talking to you, and it feels like I'm being rude. It's like it was so strange. She was really interesting. I have to get more of those. I would like to get back on. I would like to get more qualities. She was really, really interesting.
So what campaign is she doing?
She's doing. I can't even say it.
Oh dear. that bad.
Buy a female dog too.
Okay.
It's
Enough said.
yeah, it's although much more interesting. And again, I wouldn't recommend this to you. She has this book called was it Confessions of a Social Media Diva, where it's basically like lots of like pictorials of her different like cosplays. Again, very very salacious, but there's like stories about going to the conventions in them. That stuff really interesting. The trouble was though, I was so befuddled. I was like so like mesmerized and a bunch of questions I really wanted to ask her. I forgot. Like I wanted to ask her, do you need security? Like what's the like I want to ask her about objectification and things like that. It's totally nothing. I couldn't. I'm glad I got a sentence out. Quite frankly.
Wow. That's hard to believe.
Honestly, it was yeah. I mean, again, I would like to interview her again to actually ask the questions I would like to ask.
I'm gonna go with Az on this one.
The Friday Night High says it's going to drop the F-bomb for it. Yeah, listen, I have heard. Who's on it tonight?
I don't remember.
I mean, it's normally Az, obviously Gary. Normally,
well,
Az
they usually have a rotating guest. I think what was it last week was I can't even remember who was last week. I know Eric July was just on recently.
Yeah, was it Jeremy's normally on it, isn't he?
Oh yeah. And Ryan, let's see. I'm gonna go to his website right now and take a look. Okay, Eric July, and so they're going to be talking about Winter Soldier tonight.
Oh, I just I have to force myself to watch that last episode. Oh God, I really don't like it. I really don't like that show.
I think I'm going to have to hate watch it.
I'm kind of looking forward to the Loki show, though. I have to say, I'm surprised. I can't believe that they still have me looking forward to anything, which like blows my mind, given how bad everything's been. But yeah, that starts in 2 weeks. But
I saw the trailer for Shang-Li or something like that.
Oh God, so boring.
I have no desire.
So uninteresting.
I have no desire to see it.
Yeah, me either. It was basically. It seemed like the same thing we saw with Iron Man that we saw with Doctor Strange, but with Kung Fu now. Apparently, the Chinese hate it. It's tanking in China, which is the reason they made it. Which. I find kind of amusing.
Schadenfreude.
Well, yeah, it was it. Schadenfreude, yeah. So, how long do you reckon there's still going to be an active police working in America? Do you reckon we're going to make it to Christmas?
I hope. I
hope you're going to make it to your vacation. How many days out are we from your vacation?
Well, I think I'm 93 now.
93
last week.
I was trying to talk myself down from the whole apocalypse thing. I really have been trying to talk myself down from it. And then I was listening to this Bible class, and the rabbi giving it, somebody starts talking about the situation of the world. Says, well, if anything happens, it could be in the next month or so before the holiday of Shavuot, which is the end of this period called the Omer, which is about 23 days away, something like that. I'm like, really? I was nearly getting sanity, and every time I tell you, it's like I keep trying to put myself down, and we keep edging towards an abyss.
I am hoping to at least get to June because I'm heading home for the first time in almost 2 years to see my parents.
I am praying for you. I really am. I'm genuinely am.
But I mean, it's just depressing. I mean, was talking with my mom. She was asking if I had been following the trial in Minneapolis, and it's like I'm just sick of all the media. I mean,
you can't trust any of them. I mean, I get most of my news from Crowder now. From Crowder. You ever heard of Crowder?
Yeah. I was watching it yesterday.
It's the news source I can find now. It completely broke down everything about the trial.
Well, and Quarter Black Garrett is on too.
Sorry,
Friday Night Tights. Quarter Black Garrett from Crowder's on Friday Night Tights.
Cool. I do like Crowder, but it seemed to me that most of the country just kind of agreed we're going to throw that man in jail to stop them burning down burning everything down. That seemed to be what the vibe was.
And then the thing in Ohio and LeBron James, it's like,
Oh my
I
god!
have
Yeah,
no-
did you see the video
yeah, I
the,
saw it. Did you see the new one that came out
was it
yesterday? Yeah, it's from a little bit of a distance where it shows the whole thing.
Yeah,
I mean, she gets up off the ground and she's basically going plunging.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah. And so there's record. What's the name? Was it early retirements from the police and people resigning from crowd control units and they can't they can't recruit people.
Well, how do you think that's going to affect Space Jam, which I don't intend to see?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going? Like the whole entertainment industry. The world is in flux. The world is in chaos, and like the entertainment industry is also in chaos. So you put both those chaoses together. Who can predict anything? I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's
I guess I'll stick to watching comedies.
well, if you can find, there aren't any comedies made after 2017. That was and
Oh
even
no,
then.
I'm still working through BritBox.
Yeah, I was intrigued. That you put Jeeves and Mustard down as a comedy because
Well, I mean, the humor of it in it, and I mean the fact that Laurie and Fry are
they are
comedians
perfect
as well.
in those roles, aren't they? I mean,
Right.
yeah, I can't think of more perfect people to play those
I'll
roles.
tell you, the one that do you have Audible?
Yeah, I have access to it. I get things from
Okay. I bought the book last year, the entire Sherlock Holmes read by Stephen Fry.
Oh, I bet that's good.
I had never read any of them before, and I loved it.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, see, that's why I love Sherlock, right? Sherlock is, the Mark Gatiss, Stephen Moffat, but
I'll show you
it's
what I
set
did
but
too.
it's so accurate to the original story. They really they did. Have you gone through them all yet? All the stories?
Oh yeah, I watched them when they aired.
Okay, so there's the one they did called the Six Thatchers, which is the update of the Six Napoleons.
Okay.
I just thought making it Thatcher instead of Napoleon was just a real understanding of who Napoleon was culturally at that time, you know?
So this is the book. Look at how long that book is.
Oh, wow. That's a couple of days. More than that. It's about a week's worth of listening.
Whoops. But I was just showing you, I went on a little buying spree the last 2 days because they're having a sale right now.
Right.
So just to show you what's in my reading list. I'm interested in Scientology. The book's about
Right.
Scientology. Big World War II person too.
What interests you about Scientology? Because that's
Just how
kind of a bit
messed up
weird.
it is.
I'm sorry.
How messed up it is.
Yeah, but listen, people who it's people who are doing it love it. People who have left it think it's the worst thing ever. I have no idea. Winston's
one
War.
I'm looking forward to The Sword and the Shield. Basically about the KGB and its activities in the United States and Europe.
Right.
Let's see, there was this one here, the man that snuck into Auschwitz.
What's that?
To uncover the fate of the thousands being interned at a mysterious Nazi camp. Well, what the heck? On the
Again,
border of the Reich.
don't worry about it.
Yeah. Basically, he volunteered to get intentionally captured, transported to the new camp, and report what was going on there. But gathering information was not only his only task, but to execute an attack from within. So it talks about how he formed an underground army that sabotaged facilities, killed informants and officers, and smuggled out evidence.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, it should be a. Let's see, that was that's about a 10-hour book. But yeah, I got
You got
Are
a
you
lot to
familiar with?
listen to here. This will stress
Well,
me out. Though, about this number.
But Bonhoeffer's one. Are you familiar with Bonhoeffer?
No,
Dietrich
tell me who is he?
Bonhoeffer?
He's a pastor,
He
martyr, prophet, and spy. Tell me more.
he was a Lutheran pastor that was part of the plot to kill Hitler. Well,
Oh, right, the Valkyrie, right?
okay, so I said two no words.
Well, what?
I said two no words.
Oh, well, again. Learning to speak in YouTube code is not easy. It's
Yeah,
not easy
but
to-
anyway, he was captured and executed days before the war ended.
Oh, really? I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
So
Go ahead.
no, I got a lot of listening to do in the next whatever. I think
Okay.
I'll probably put that on hold. I'm probably going to put my subscription on hold for a few months.
Right. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff though on Audible that I'm interested in. They got they got a bunch of like Alien spin-offs, from the movies. So that you get those on the stream, or you basically get that streaming for free, I think.
Well, one of the things they added was the Plus library, where there's now books included for free. Where
Right,
before
that's a good idea.
and I love it. I love it. I mean, before they would give you
Like
Audible originals, and you got to choose 2 or 3 of them.
right.
And then when the thing that hit us happened, they started giving all of them every month. And now they just opened up a whole library.
Right, look, streaming services are really the way to go. I've said about Big Finish over and over again. They should have well, £3 a month or $3 a month, something really cheap, right? They do they have a streaming service. You have 30 titles that change every month, and you know what? You don't even need to build any infrastructure. You can make it like a YouTube channel.
I'll show you the one that I did download. Let me see. And I actually might do it a little bit more. Or I might buy a few more of these.
All right.
Bring that up.
Well, that's cool. Although
Yeah.
for me, it's all about the people reading it. The David Tennant ones are I'll be like I would hear, but they
Yeah,
always
David Tate wasn't too bad.
okay.
Michelle
Michelle
Ryan,
Ryan was the one-off companion in
Yeah.
what's it called again? Planet of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is though, like with Big Finish, they did a spin-off with was it Lady Christina? Was it Michelle Ryan? And that was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. And now they got another one coming up. They have a few things coming up, and I'm like, yeah, I don't trust any. I mean, like my buying from them has really been cut down now, and it's mainly because they put out too much garbage. They put out too much. The thing is this: they really want to have more female representation, more women writing, right? The problem is Doctor Who, like most of the things we like, skew more masculine. So you have from your talent pool, then you got you're taking from a small group, like about 30% group, if I'm being generous, probably about a 25% group of your talent pool. And so you just don't have. And if you want to get most people from 25%, you're gonna get lower quality, which is exactly what's going to happen with the police, right? The police is, they're just you're just going to get lower quality policing because people who are
why become a cop these days?
right.
mean,
frankly amazed the police haven't gone on strike yet. There hasn't been like a general.
Well, I just sent my college classmate who's a state trooper back home a note. It was like I tagged him in a post thanking him for his service.
Right.
It's
not good being a cop. Again, listen, if that guy the guy from Ohio can like shoot somebody to stop them stabbing, like to actually do his job and protect and serve, and shoot someone and still be vilified and still be doxxed and vilified. Like there's no hope for anyone.
Let's see. I'm going to try to bring up the image I posted this morning. Oh, I got to clean up my desktop. Got too many files. There we go. Okay, now I can
812 is talking about packing the Colts. Yeah, that's going to happen. Listen,
Oh,
honestly,
gee.
if the apocalypse doesn't happen, if it doesn't come, like, I think we're in trouble. They're just playing. Is that really what he said?
No, but let me see if I can bring up the dumb quote. Talking about how knife fights are kind of a high school tradition.
Oh, yeah, I heard somebody said. I don't know who, but I heard somebody said that.
I can't remember who said it, but it's like we're living in stupid times.
Listen, this is a time you need faith. It's really this is what faith is, right? This is what. So did they talk about the travails at the end of days in Christianity?
Well, Book of Revelation.
Okay, because it's very vague in the Jewish world. Like, it could be, did you ever see the movie? I think it's clean. I can't remember. Mostly clean. This is the end, which is like Seth Rogen.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It's very fun. I can't remember if it's clean or not. I really can't. But like. It could be like that, or it could be like this. I don't know. I mean, you could go either. So I'm hoping this is it. This is the travail at the end of days, right? I think, and then we can be over with it.
I can't remember. I'm bringing up a movie poster. I don't know if you've seen it or not, or if I've talked about it before. Let me bring that up, because I do like. I know I have said I like disaster movies. Here we go. I just bought this on Blu-ray recently.
The day, when was this? I do remember that.
1961.
Yeah, no, for me, it was something I would have watched on BBC Two on a Thursday, on like a Sunday or a Thursday afternoon. That's where they would have those movies.
Let me show you the other one. There's a Japanese movie called Virus.
Derek Banner says, mostly peaceful, nice fighting in the playground.
I'll have to send you the trailer for it. It's kind of hard to explain. It's been a few years since I've seen the movie.
Right.
Yeah, mostly peaceful.
Do you think the Chauvin trial will be a mistrial? I mean, like, just like on the law, it should be. But like, I guess
I think there's good grounds for it.
Sorry?
I mean, the fact that Maxine Walters, who's a person in Congress here, opened her big mouth, and this was the day after she told another congressman to shut your mouth.
You're right. Well, again, and then there's no sense. There's one rule for one and another rule for another. It's so bizarre. It really is.
I'll tell you what's driving me nuts right now is they're trying to make DC into a state.
Right.
And it's a naked power grab for 2 more seats in the Senate.
Yeah, so they're going to do it then.
It's going to pass the House, but I don't think it's going to pass the Senate. I don't think they got the votes in the Senate.
Maybe they'll just change the law, say if it passes the House, it's good enough. There's no rule.
No, they can't do that. That'd be unconstitutional.
They can't. I honestly, really, I don't put anything past them at all. I mean, honestly, the election. Once the election went down, nothing. I don't put anything past them at all. I was going to do for my thumbnail yesterday for my stream. I was going to do Biden as the was it President-elect of Gallifrey, right? And it's standing in front of the Daleks. And the picture of the doctor convicted, and him saying, "This is the beginning of racial justice."
Oh, gee.
But
so you're gonna superimpose him over Timothy Dalton?
Yeah, I don't know, but something like no. I think I would have taken it from. There's a Big Finish cover. I would have used Time in Office. That was even too hot for me. I'm like, yeah, I'm not touching that.
Well, last summer I started rewatching Classic Who, and I think I'm gonna probably move back into that again. I started with Tom Baker.
Very good. So, where are you going to go in order? What's the next thing to watch?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to give Fools and Horses another try.
Okay.
But like I said, it's sometimes it clicks, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, the when they bring in Uncle Alfred is a big change. They're
What season would that
granddad.
be?
Sorry,
I know the granddad died during the filming.
Right here, 1 second. I'll do Only Fools and Horses episode guide.
I will say that I stopped Heidi High after season 6.
Blimey, I didn't went for another
Largely,
season after that, didn't it?
I loved the drunk Punch and Judy guy who hates kids.
Yes.
Leslie Dyer.
Oh wait. So what? You got up to well, season 1 had some great episodes. I just saw.
Oh yeah, it did, and
No,
I
the
love
Coming.
him. I love his singing Jerusalem.
Right, that was in the Christmas one.
No, that was like episode 3 and season 1 where he gets drunk and starts singing Jerusalem with some not good lyrics.
Okay. Okay.
Lift up your skirts and sing.
Recall. I don't recall. I'm trying to
You know what?
find
Since
Uncle Alfred
we're
turned
not
up.
streaming, since we're not monetized, I can bring up the video.
I guess. Well, don't you might get a copyright strike then if you do. So you
Well,
don't
then I'll
wanna do
take it down.
Yeah, no, but you don't want to get a strike on your channel.
Oh, okay.
Because you get more if you get more of them in a few days, and if you get 2, I think in 90 days, you can't stream or upload for a week.
I haven't had a copyright claim. I mean, I haven't had a copyright strike.
I had a community strike. I had a community strike for the same reason I'm also demonetized. It's what was it, bullying, cyber harassment, and I there's no one to ask who am I harassing? I wish they would tell me. Like they tell me specifically what I'm doing wrong, I would not do it. But I
got a Facebook strike.
Right.
And because of that, I was prohibited from streaming for 2 months.
Oh
And it was
boy,
because
that's a long time.
Well, it was. I've learned in the last year what you should not post, even though it's not offensive. They'll take offense to it.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's not a question of if it's offensive; it's because if they take offense to it.
So the thing that was offending was a picture of the Mustache Man, a Valentine's Day card of the Mustache Man from Germany,
Yes.
with the words "Be mine."
Yeah. How's that trending?
What do you mean?
You said that was trending? What?
No. I got put in Facebook streaming jail because of that.
Oh, I see. Really?
Yeah, they found that offensive.
Okay. Listen, they often
Because
find.
I'll show you the Stalin one. The Stalin one won't get. Let me see.
Well, you can probably put it on YouTube and it'll be
Oh yeah.
easy.
Okay, I'll just bring these up here.
Lisa Roberts, I can't repeat your comment, but I agree with you completely. The one after Mad Maxine. What are these cards?
It's by a guy by the name of Ben Kling. This
Okay.
one would probably not be good. Well, you see the one on the side.
Which side? The my heart. I can only give you a heart. That one.
No, the
Oh,
one on the left.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't throw that up.
Roses are red, so is the state. Let us be comrades because you are great.
Yep.
Love, Marx.
I tell you, it's weird times we're living in. Certainly weird times. What like? Okay, now we got the Shaventral over. What's the next thing that's gonna? Now they're kind of like just I think they've put all the pieces into place. And now the things are gonna start happening.
Well, now that trial's over, I mean, it's far from over because they're going to be doing the appeal process.
So the question is, do you think it will be a mistrial on appeal?
Well, the judge even said that there's grounds for an appeal.
Yeah, but does that mean? But
I don't know.
If it,
I don't know.
It doesn't matter what the law is. It's just, do you think it'll be?
The thing is, the cop, I don't know why he would have his knee on that guy's neck for as long. I mean, if he passed out or, to the point where he's not moving, I mean, once you got him, I don't know how to say it without.
No, because
being
no,
bad.
the reason was, as I understand it, was that when they first arrested him, they had him in the handcuffs, right?
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like,
And he was
it
fighting.
was like I can't breathe, I can't breathe. So they put him in the back of the car, and he's like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. So they let him out of the car, and then he tried to run, right? And he tried to run a couple of times, and so he kept his knee on him until till they could get him in. I think an ambulance was coming. I can't remember what it was, but it was. It wasn't even on his neck, as it turned out.
Well, anyway, what's happening next is the trial of the other cops that were there.
Oh man! I mean, the other cops, they should. I don't know.
Because they didn't stop.
There's no fairness. There's no law. There's no justice.
Well, what made me angry? I don't know if you saw my tweet, but Reverend Al Sharpton gave the homily at the Minnesota kid's funeral yesterday that was shot.
Yeah.
I mean, Al's never met the kid or the family. I mean, and I made a drinking game out of it. For every time Al Sharpton mentions the name of Jesus, you take a drink. I would be sober by the end of it.
I was going to say, if he takes it in vain, it's you're going to drink a
No,
lot.
I mean, I listened. He preached the George Floyd funeral last year. I watched it. I don't think I heard the name of Jesus once during the funeral.
Yep.
This is from a Christian preacher. I mean, this.
Okay, we have an expression in Jewish law. It's called olam afuk. This world is olam afuk, which is it's an inverse to reality, right? Which is what we say. Yeah, I remember when was it Rabin and Perez and Arafat were holding up their Nobel Peace Prizes. And that was the basic caption. Most people said, "Oh, this is just the world is upside down." But only if it was that upside down, like everything is upside down. So I just saw that who's Blinken? Blinken said he's going to let the pride flag fly at U.S. embassies. Yeah, good luck with that in Saudi Arabia. See how that goes. Who's Blinken? Is that the foreign secretary now?
I don't know. No,
Secretary of State.
don't know.
Secretary of State.
I don't even know who the Secretary of State is.
He's called Antony Blinken. Here, that was it. I'll share this image for you. This is the United States of America now, everybody. One second. This is great.
The thought that just keeps coming to mind is from Bender from Futurama. We're boned.
We are really.
Okay, Anthony Blinken. Couldn't put picture to the name.
Right. It's just the priorities of the world are. Listen, I mean, you got to. I mean, we got to expect some kind of response from God at some time, or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a split in the Red Sea, but something. Is everybody going to wake up and stub their toes? I don't know. What's going to happen?
My college campus was so liberal when it came to the teachings of the church. I used to joke we wait for the day when it would snow black.
Well, again, it's arrived. Yeah, snow is racist. They're gonna have to make it black because they don't want it to be too racist. You know what I'm feeling right now? This ties into the beginning of the show, right? This ties in quite nicely. The young ones. There's a great scene in the young ones where Rick threatens to commit suicide. So he's popping. It's like eating all these pills. It's like eating, and so you got Neil and says to Mike, Mike, can you kill yourselves with laxatives? And he doesn't realize Rick is like, I don't know. Well, I'm intrigued to find out. That's what I feel like the world is right now. America's just shuffling down a bottle of laxatives, and I'm waiting to see the explosion. That's
that's kind of now making me think of the episode I just watched this morning of the dinosaur that ate the curry, and then the 6,000 orange pops and 2,000 gallons of Coca-Cola and the effect of it.
Yes, yeah, it had a bad bot, a
I
bad
gotta
pump.
say, I really am enjoying the captain from Red Dwarf.
Yeah, he's was it Matt McDonald? Yeah, so he was. I'm not sure, but I think the season 8 was supposed to be the setup for the movie. Oh, also, I'm not sure they have it on the DVD, on the Blu-ray and DVD. They have an alternative episode 8, which is completely different. It's called Only the Good, I think. Is it?
Well, let's take a look.
What's this one? Never heard of it.
This is BritBox.
All right.
This is what we have available in America.
All right.
Come on. Okay, so they got the Comic-Con panel from 2020. Oh, they do have all the seasons. Oops.
Oh, The Promised Land is good.
Okay, I thought they only had I was thinking they only had seasons 1 through 8, but it looked like it was seasons 1 through 8 remastered.
That's interesting. I wonder if they did, because seasons 1, 2, and 3 they put out a remastered version with new special effects, with a different Red Dwarf model. I never heard of Kate and Koji though. What's Kate and Koji?
Working class cafe owner who forms an unlikely friendship with an educated asylum seeker.
Okay, sounds dull as ditch water.
But I'll show you what's on my watch list.
Touch your
I do
frost.
want to see the original. The what?
I was just reading through the things. Casualty's not really for me. Silent Witness.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping. I probably won't give it a try.
Casualty, there's was it Andrew Cartmel was the script editor for a while. Oh, what's that? Keep scrolling down next to Chef. No, Ambassadors. No, never seen that.
Oh, that's from
Light of
the
Jude
guys
is good.
from Peep Show.
That's big in England right now. Quatermass Experiment is fun. They filmed that live.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
anything with David Tennant's becoming must-watch.
Yeah, pretty much so. Have you seen any? Was it Hello yet?
I started one episode. It's on my list.
So there's these two crash British airmen that are in it every week, and they're being hidden by the resistance. And each week you see them they have one line. They pull back the awning and they're there. They go, "Hello!" These two British airmen. So one of them was my math teacher in school. Jeremy Brett Holmes, fantastic, and Cadafel, also fantastic.
Yeah, it's one of those Cadafel is one that I've heard of for many years. Never got around to watching it. It's on the list. But so I don't know. If I'm talking to Problem Bean, it sounds like there's some stuff that we get over here in America that they can't get on their BritBox.
Yeah. All these streaming services are different depending what country you're in.
Oh, there's a good one.
What one?
Meghan and Harry.
Oh my God, no, I can't.
See.
The Adventure in Time and Space, that was good.
Yeah, so yeah, I enjoyed the Adventure in Time and Space. I remember watching it when it came out. Although I don't like how they treated him in the Capaldi's last episode.
Yeah, a lot of people are upset about it. Yeah, for me it was fine. It didn't really bother me. But they should really do another Adventure in Time. They should call it a further Adventure in Time and Space and do it about the John Nathan Turner era. There's a really good book. Sorry?
No, I was just going to say, I think he's doing an autograph signing soon.
Oh, very good.
Let me see if I can find that. Okay. Let me bring that up. I know we're coming up to the hour.
Right, yeah, no, I got to head off in a minute. I have to go got a video I need to launch and a bunch of stuff.
Okay, let's see.
I wanted to see if I can try and squeeze in watching at least half of Winter Soldier and Falcon before If I watch it in bits, it's less painful.
Okay, so for $75, you could do a 2-minute chat with McGann, Bradley, or McCoy.
That's not
And
bad.
For 2 minutes, Colin
I
Baker
mean,
is
I
doing
think
autographs.
you get a photo and an autograph as well.
Well, it's yeah. So if you want an autograph, it's $55.
Yeah, but honestly, I would want a photo.
Oh, I do too.
So where is this con?
No, it's just online.
So how do you get a photo with him? Oh, it's not
you
with
don't
him.
get it. It's him signing one of his photos.
Not interested. $75 for that? Leave me alone.
No, this is 55 for an autograph. To do
Oh,
a
so you
video
get an
chat.
autograph and a 2-minute chat. Yeah, no, I don't care.
So to do a
it's cool
2-minute
but I
one-on-one
wouldn't
chat.
gonna- You know, I think was it? I have to go in a second. So we'll end on this. I was talking yesterday. Yeah, I've always wanted a picture taken with the president, even though president I didn't like. Like I would like a picture with Obama. This is the first time I wouldn't want a picture taken with Biden.
Yeah, well, I'll show you this last one. Because I do have a picture with the president.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's so cool.
This is an old picture.
Very cool. That is very cool. Where'd you meet him?
This was in Iowa. So I grew up in Iowa, which, as you
Right.
probably know, is the home of the caucus. So everybody comes to Iowa for a year, nonstop, every 4 years. And I was part of the Young Republicans, and we were working at the Bush event, and we got to stay for the event and got to have pictures with him.
So is this after he was president or before?
No, this was in when he was running.
Very cool.
So this would have been in '99.
So who was he running against in the in that year?
That primary, well, the Democrat was Gore.
Right. We're trying to think who. I meant the Republicans he was running against.
Orrin Hatch, I remember meeting. Steve Forbes, who my boss was working for, was running too. I actually was elected as a Forbes delegate.
All right.
I think since I'm working for the guy that's working for him, I better support him.
Yeah, I
want
guess
to keep
so.
my
I guess
job.
so.
So
My
well,
wife
great.
had I met was it Shimon Peres once, and my wife met him as well once. Yeah, he's very much like a James Bond villain. Okay, I have to run.
Yeah.
The Sabbath is
Thank you
coming.
everybody for joining us. Rabbi's link is in the channel. I'm streaming again this afternoon, Friday afternoon stretch, 3 o'clock Central. And until next week, God bless.